What? I have been muted this whole time. Yo, I don't know. I don't know if it's been muted or not. Anyway, we're up in here. I'll introduce one more time and we're ready to paint. This is Bernabe Sonoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor, art kit maker on the weekends. If you'd like to host your very own paint party, go to my website, thepaintedpoles.com. You can reach me through the Contact Us section, or, of course, you can book a call. You can fill out the paint party intake form and let us know what your needs are when you're planning it and your theme, and we will get back to you ASAP uh, to get you on the schedule so you can serve your guests with creative, healthful solutions. And they're fun. All right. So I think I can slide on over. I think we're good there. All right. And I think we have plenty of light. Okay, so now we've got our brushes. Let's go ahead and begin. I like to have I'm right-handed, so I like to have all of my paint and things on my right side. Now, because my camera's on the left side, that might not make for the best viewing, but we are here. Let's see what you can see. Not a whole lot, but I like to have that secondary camera there, nevertheless. So here we go. I've got my water, got my brushes, my napkin is ready, and I have my paints right here. Now, what kind of cupcake flavor do you like? You can paint it any kind of way that you want, okay? Let's see if we can move these lights over just a wee bit more, okay, to give us just a little bit more brightness. Okay, I think that helps a little bit. Okay. Now, I think we're ready. So, yep. Now, I like to wet my brushes. This is what I tell everybody. Just kind of dab it down in there, wet your brushes a little bit, and then dab them on the towel so that they're wet, but not super moist and not dripping all over the place. Let me pull out my reference, okay? You can look up cupcake images and you can look for copyright free or royalty free images to give yourself some inspiration. I'm not sure how I could show you that, but you'll see in a moment what we're doing here. I don't know why I want some blue icing. I really don't like to eat blue icing, but for whatever reason today, I just feel it down in my shanana that I need to paint that. Okay? So let's go ahead. All right. Do we have our plate? Here it is right here. And you know I reuse this plate over and over again. I've probably had this foam plate probably for the last 2 years, and it sounds like a piece of wood. But we just keep mixing. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the light color. I'm going to go in here and pull out a little bit of white. I'm going to mix that over there. Okay, pull out a little bit of white. And I am dabbing this off as much as possible. Now you could clean it off, you could wipe it off, but I'm just going to go in with just the tip and I tip of the blue, and I move that out to the side. And then I start mixing it. And then I add a little bit more till I get the color that I want. So I need to go get a little bit more. And I think we're good. So let's go ahead and get started on mixing that. All right. I'm going in just getting a little bit of water because the paint is just a little tight. Now, some of you may want to paint more of maybe like a white base, kind of like primer. And that is perfectly fine too. Oh, I'm already knowing this is going to be super fun. Let me get just a little bit more water. And I'm so sorry about hitting this camera right here. And I'm bringing this white on over here. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more blue to this. Now, you know this is super fun. Hopefully that's coming together for you to look a little bit three-dimensional. And I want to try to do as much of this mixing while it's wet. Okay, so we're going right on up in here. Oh, so sorry, keep hitting that camera. Going right along here to make sure that this is good, cute, and blue. Now I need just a little bit. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to press out the paint because I just want this flat brush right here, and I'm going to use it as a line to go right here up underneath a little, there we go. So we're keeping the simpleness of it. The light source is coming down. This is a dome, a mound, maybe, I'm going to say half of a sphere. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're remembering some of those spatial things that helps our illustrations appear a little more 3D. But it's just fun. It could be a flat illustration as well with very little shading. So there we go. We got our little cupcake going. And look, it almost is pretty much looking finished. So let me just kind of clean that brush out a little bit. I'm going to use it again here in just a moment, but we're just going to go right on into the red. Let me move this wire out of the way because this is not good. There we go. We're going right on in with a red. Okay. We're trying to see how to make it a better image for you guys. Now, I would like this to be dry. Okay, let's move just a little bit away from the camera because I don't like to, I'm just going to paint the whole thing. Okay, so I'm even going right over that blue. That gives that illusion of three-dimensionality. So we've got just a little bit of a highlight, and we're going to accentuate that just a little bit more with the white right here. I've got a lot of paint in my lid, so I'm going to just make sure I've got enough to kind of dab. Okay, so there we go. Now we can leave it just like that, or of course we can come through here and add our little white highlights, you know, if we were, well, good gracious alive, if we were acting like we were at a cake bake shop. I'm going to make this one a little bit thicker as it kind of goes back. Now you could swirl it any kind of way that you'd like, but yeah, so we're just going to go on in here, clean out my little brush right fast. I like to just kind of dip it in the water without it touching the bottom. So it's kind of soaking up a little bit of water to help me wipe the paint off onto my napkin. That helps me keep my water cleaner a little bit longer. Okay, so that's why I do that. Now, do we want a yellow wrapper? Could we do a polka dot wrapper? What kind of wrapper do we want? It could be anything. How about this? How about we start off with a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, And then we wipe this off. Then we'll go in here and get more of this white. All right, so now let's go ahead and mix that up. And that kind of makes a nice little orange. I'm going to get just a smidge of water. You don't need a lot. You don't really want the wood to soak up a whole lot of water. But it just helps us spread out the paint a little bit easier. All right, so we have covered, let me try to do this carefully. We have covered the wood with a base coat of paint. Okay, so now that doesn't look like we've done anything, but you know that we did. So I'm just going to add this little pink tinge over here. Just bring that over a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit over here too. And it's easy to mix while it's still wet. Easy to blend, I should say. So I am going to add just a little bit of red up underneath this icing right here to give the illusion of it being 3D. And we know this is a flat piece of wood. Oh, good gracious, but that helps us. Okay, so we're going to go over here, pop a little bit right on over here, pop a little bit right up over here too. Okay, let's join this line right there. All right, and then we're just going to leave this kind of intense over there. And so we're just blending it out while everything is still wet. All right, so that makes it kind of nice and cute. And if you want the little stripes, you could do that. You could do your little polka dots, whatever little pattern that you want to do. But overall, that's a cute little fast, light and easy and airy cupcake. Could we get in here and do a little bit more three-dimensionality? We could, but this one is fast and fun. This is a great birthday party activity because, you know, your guests will be able to paint, and then you can go on and do the next little activity that you have for them, and everyone has a great time. And then, you know, you got your little take home. Now, all I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to go in for just about a minute. Go and add a few extra details right up in here. Just about a minute. Okay. Just with that blue. Could I use black? I definitely could, but I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it light. Okay. Just to give that semblance of three-dimensionality right here. And this blue helps with that. And right along that edge and just dragging that in just really does help bring that. And I'm just going to drag this little line right on across here. And I'm going to blend that out too. Dragging this little line right on down here. Now, when you look at it, it might look kind of raggedy, but that's okay. The eye will blend it. They'll be like, oh, wow, how did you get that to pop? Well, I learned some basic art principles. There we go. Now, okay, so I'm going to go right on over here, doing the same thing. All right, so just those few little strokes make it appear. Whoops. Well, we're going to go ahead and use that black, y'all. I had no intention of going in with straight black, but since we got it, we're going to use it. That will pop it out even more. Let me wipe off my brush and go in with a little blue. Now, I had no intention, but sometimes that's good. That helps it pop too. All right. So there we go. Our cute little intense. I'm going to just go in with the black down here since we have it. Right along this edge. Now I got to put my pinky finger down. And I'm sorry you won't be able to see everything. But I'm going right along this edge. Dragging that along. And I got to go dip. Don't get a lot of paint. You get a little bit. And slide it along. Stay in control. Now it's going to be a little bit awkward and not straight. But I'm not worried about it because the overall thought is there. Okay, so I'm just going to go up this side just a wee little bit. Come on down and get just a little bit more paint. Not a lot. Just drag it on down that edge. That'll pop it too. So there we go. Fun, easy. We could spend another 20 minutes, really maybe doing more swirly type of icing or something like that, but you don't have to. We've told the whole story right here, and that's what this is. You're telling a story. And I did have like an actual live cupcake before, but we ate it. We did. All right, so this is Grenade for now. I'm getting ready to sign on off here. Let me pop out the paint cam. Let me see if I can pick this up over here without it being too. Okay, there we go. So let me pick up what we just painted. Well, we're aiming for this camera, right? So now we just put our finger in the black. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to get these what you call these lights? These ring lights together. Here we go. Let's see. This is really bright. Is that better, y'all? What if I angled it out of the light? That's better. Okay, here we go. Peace to you. There we go. I'm trying to block that light. Have an amazing rest of your day. That is my YouTube screenshot. Thank you for joining me in my studio. This is Grenade Flournoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor, art kit maker on the weekends. You'd like a nice, cute, free download? Click the link in the description or go to www.thepaintedpost.com/download. Get on our email list. Promise you, we ain't spamming and emailing you every 2 minutes. Get on our email list and stay in contact with us. Please like, subscribe, follow, all of those things that I think they don't want us to say, but Anyway, peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. I gotta pick it back up again because it's just cute and fast. And of course, we could cover it with all kinds of cute glitter. We could do that. You could do that too. Okay, I'm trying to get out of the glare. Honey, can't get the words out. Okay, we signing off. But we can't hit a button holding the light and the cupcake. Okay. All right. There we go. We're ending the broadcast. Peace.